Well, since he did so much to propel Liverpool to Wembley, John Barnes has been voted Player of the Year by his fellow professionals. He's scored 15 of Liverpool's 85 goals this season, and it would be interesting and perhaps revealing for somebody to establish how many of the other 70 he's played a major part in. Barnes is one of 3 ever presents in the Liverpool lineup this season. The others are Steve Nicol and captain Alan Hansen. The team is the one which beat Forest at Hillsborough, and the substitutes are also the same. Forest, though, make one change from Saturday. At number 10, Lee Glover, still a few days short of his 18th birthday, replaces Paul Wilkinson, who took a knock towards the end of the semi-final. Number 4, Des Walker, though, passed a late fitness test, although his standby Darren Wassell is one of the substitutes. Another sizable crowd at Anfield, all the seats sold for this match well in advance. Referee tonight is Roger Milford from Bristol. So the final part of the Liverpool-Forest trilogy, and having seen the first 2, I can only hope this one lives up to what we've seen already. Forest in white, attacking the Kop end in the first half. Here's Chettle. Not a lucky ground this, though, for Forest. They've lost on their last 6 league visits here. That's Des Walker. Barnes. And he skipped past Chettle again. Walker got a foot in, and so did Wilson. And Beardsley. Now Glover. Fresh pair of legs in the Forest lineup tonight. And indeed, he is the youngest player on the pitch. Now Glover and Spack. Well, he's the only newcomer in a sense to the action between these 2 teams. Here's Clough. The others should know each other pretty well by now, and Stuart Pearce latching on to a throw from Grobbelaar. Struggling a bit there, Beardsley, Chettle. Just wonder whether Forest might have taken a slight gamble on Des Walker's fitness tonight. Doesn't look to be moving with quite the normal freedom. This is McMahon. Indeed, he's signalling to the bench already. I don't think this is going to pay off for Forest. I know that Walker had a pain-killing injection before the semi-final, even on Saturday, and they've worked on him again tonight to try and get him fit. It doesn't look to me as though they've succeeded. And Steve Nicol in quickly on that ball from Neil Webb. This is Ray Houghton. There are 4 Liverpool players to his left. One of them is Beardsley here. Des Walker in no fit state to continue, certainly without attention. Liam O'Kane on the pitch. It was a bruised ankle, the original injury. Kenny Dalglish had a match last night. He played in the testimonial for John Charles and Bobby Collins at Leeds and helped Ian Rush to score a hat-trick. Well, Walker's going to soldier on for the time being. Beardsley to Houghton. Leicester always favourite to get there first, but Liverpool are cutting off the back pass. So after 10 minutes play, it's Ray Houghton back to Peter Beardsley. Oh, look at that. Still Beardsley. Such a nimble player, and so sure of his own touch. Tricked his way there out of a very tight corner. Look at the little drag back which fooled the Forest defender Pearce, and then the run on and the shot. Forest started the match 14 points behind Liverpool, so only victory here, but it's Barnes for Liverpool. Only victory here would keep Forest realistically in the race, and even that's a slim hope. Crosby's throw, he gets good length on those. Here's Clough. Crosby again. Barnes. Now Aldridge off through the centre. Houghton moving to the right-hand side. Beardsley to the left. In support, McMahon. Still McMahon. Oh, well played, Steve Nicol. Look at this. Made that possible, and Nicol found the room just at the right time and brought a reflex save out of Steve Sutton. Barnes will take the corner. Aldridge and Houghton are in the 6-yard box, and Gillespie is by the penalty spot. It's a difficult one. Neil Webb got it away. Barnes again. Here's Crosby. Crosby again, and Grobbelaar out. And while still on the ground, he managed to find Houghton. Here's Chettle. Spackman. Houghton, Barnes, Houghton goes again, he's through. Ray Houghton. Again, Liverpool's swift interpassing carves a huge gap down the middle of their opponent's defence. Houghton to Barnes, the return ball, past the outstretched leg, and a goal. It looks simple, but done at speed, it's a great testament to the way Liverpool play. And so after 18 minutes, they take the lead. Through Ray Houghton. To say again, John Barnes played a part in the move, and when you look back on the goals Liverpool have scored this season, he seems to figure more often than not. Foster. Chettle. Crosby. Got it back from Chettle. And Gary Ablett concedes the corner. So Barnes will now have some defending to do. Crosby will take it. Foster has come forward. Chettle's in there too. Beardsley had also come back to help, and here's Barnes from a nice touch by Aldridge. Oh, look at that. Spackman now. Liverpool breaking out menacingly. Beardsley to Spackman's left. The white shirts funneling back. Walker trying to stop Beardsley with Crosby's help. And Pearce as well, but that was Ablett. Barnes. Aldridge waiting. So is Nickel here. I think Forest found out on Saturday that Liverpool are often at their most dangerous when the ball is at the other end of the field. Hansen's header back. Houghton to Barnes. Oh, Beardsley! Corner. Great stop by Steve Sutton. Wonderful save. And a terrific move. Barnes to Beardsley. A rifled shot. And a very good tip over. Here's Barnes. And with half an hour gone, Liverpool lead 1-0 and threaten there to make it 2. Gillespie. They come from all angles. And Forest managing to repel them. Here's Webb, a good ball. Crosby. Webb. And Clough. And Robillard able to make the save, but Nigel Clough struck that well. And full marks to Forest, showing that they too can break out of a defensive position to threaten. Free kick. I think Nigel Clough has one quality that Peter Beardsley also has. Doesn't need much time to get his shots in. And Robillard certainly was extended there by the young centre-forward. Nickel. Oh. Foster covering the through ball to Aldridge. Chettle. Webb, and Clough was the player on the left. Well seen by Webb. Just a bit too much to do with the bounce of the ball, but some of the passing from both teams tonight is of the highest order. It was Webb who appreciated where Clough was, even though he was, what, 40 or 50 yards away. Good understanding. Spackman combining beautifully. McMahon's shot. Barnes hit the post. It happened so quickly. I don't think anybody was expecting that. McMahon first off, beaten out by Sutton. Barnes left foot, hit the post. Nickel. Rice in the way. Spackman. Aldridge. Pearce. Now Forest with a break on. Glover's got Clough to his right. And Rice behind him. Pearce. Wilson. Pearce continues his run. Spackman. Barnes. That was Ablett. Clough again. Never stops working, looking for positions. But Barnes too is at that tight now. This is Spackman. McMahon. Oh. McMahon's having an absolutely marvellous night. Indeed, he's played so well recently. It's only underlining the form that he's been showing for many, many months. Full of appetite and indeed full of incentive with the European Championship looming up. 10 minutes left in the first half at Anfield. Liverpool lead Nottingham Forest by 1-0. Des Walker is not at full throttle, but he is not doing well to carry on in a defence which itself is under a considerable amount of scrutiny as Liverpool pile players forward from all angles. Hooked in by Beardsley. Aldridge is there. From Clough to Crosby, a familiar part of the Forest pattern. He loves to knock it out to the right wing. Beardsley, he seems to be able to find space and find Aldridge. And that is another superb Liverpool goal. Peter Beardsley made it, John Aldridge scored it, and as with everything Liverpool do, it looks simple, but it was of a quite stupendous quality. Beardsley in his own half here, hits the ball, 30 yards into the path of Aldridge, who just jogs it past the keeper to make it 2-0. 37 minutes, and John Aldridge scores his 26th of the season. Beardsley with one of the best passes that you will see anywhere, anytime. Well, what are they going to produce next? Offside Aldridge. John Aldridge has now managed to score against Nottingham Forest in all 3 meetings. Courtesy there of this man, Beardsley. And now he goes alone. Still Beardsley. Hit the bar. Barnes. In a minute, applause will echo round Anfield. And it's all for Peter Beardsley. But Liverpool don't rest on their laurels. Instead, they come again with McMahon. He's looking for a free kick against Pearce, and it's been given. Well, there have been so many high points of this Liverpool season, and there's so many goals to enjoy again. But there was one that didn't quite finish in the back of the net. But what led up to it? Individual skill that nowhere in the world, surely, would you see better. Beardsley at his best. Barnes can curl it maybe from here. Short, Beardsley's flick, Houghton! There are so many alternatives. Barnes goes for the low one to Beardsley, the little flick in, and Houghton close and McMahon foiled by Pearce. Gillespie makes a run across. And here's McMahon. Well, Forrest just relieved to stem the tide. He's not fully fit, but Beardsley is. Still Beardsley. And Webb having to go back to sort it out. Walker is handicapped, but that's no excuse in the sense that no one will want to take anything away from the way Liverpool are playing. Hansen, it's almost exhibition stuff. Beardsley back to Hansen, and a desperate tackle by Steve Gentle, I think, deprived the Liverpool captain. Here's McMahon. Barnes. Oh, McMahon, he's put Aldridge in! Pearce prevents what would have been another memorable goal. Could you believe the dummy by McMahon? Sheer instinct. And Aldridge just unable to finish it off. The ground full of appreciation. Barnes. Nottingham Forest are doing their best, but what can they do against this tidal wave? Nickel forward, Aldridge, Houghton. If they got their finishing right, Liverpool might have been 6 up. Well, even the bench surely can enjoy the quality of the play here, as well as checking the watch and making sure that Liverpool stick at it. Crosby. Come on. Stoppage time at the end of the first half, and Forrest will be pleased to hear the whistle, I would imagine. At least Liverpool can't get at them in their dressing room. Hansen. Hansen. Rare touch for Grobbelaar, although he did make one very good save from Nigel Clough, lest we forget. Something close to a 45-minute football fantasy. Ray Houghton was at the heart of it. John Aldridge was often on the end of it. And Peter Beardsley was just unbelievable. Liverpool applauded off. But even having seen many of their other performances this season, that in itself was something above and beyond, well appreciated by a crowd who see them go off the field 2-0 up, but it could have been many more. '19-year-old Darren Russell comes on at half-time in place of Des Walker, who had a recurrence of his ankle injury early in the first half and soldiered on until half-time under quite a handicap. There was a quote from the Real Madrid coach Leo Beenhakker at the weekend when Hugo Sanchez scored an amazing goal in Spain. And Beenhakker said they should have blown the whistle, finished the match, taken the teams off and cracked the champagne because it was that good, nobody could follow it. Well, if Aldridge goes on scoring goals like the one tonight and the one last Saturday, they'll think about doing that at Liverpool. It has been champagne stuff virtually all through the season. However, Nottingham Forest will do their best to make a match of this. There's Wilson. Rice's header. Glover. And Rice again. Crosby's coming in from the far side. Cliff's at the near post. Alan Hansen's clearance, corner. Foster is forward. And there he is, in fact. Back again with Rice. And a corner again. And here comes Wilson. Aldridge. Not the best of clearances. This is Rice. Pearce. And Glover. Lee Glover, 17 years old still, one of the promising Forest youngsters. Russell with Aldridge. This is Glover. Webb. Wilson. Pearce. Quite a spirited start here by Forest to the half. This is Clough. And it was Houghton that got back to make the challenge. A goal kick's been given, which seems to have surprised Nigel Clough. I have to say, from my rather long-range position, it surprised me a bit. Neil Webb put a lovely ball through. Nigel Clough was onside. Perhaps he felt he was fouled. Barnes to Gary Ablett. Aldridge. Beardsley. Oh, Ablett offside. Actually scored the first senior goal of his career against Forest, Gary Ablett, in this corresponding match last season when Liverpool won 3-0. And he was hopeful of putting them up 3-0 up this year when he joined the attack there. Wilson. Clough, maybe conscious Forest that Liverpool did lose a 2-goal lead in their last home match here on Easter Monday. They were 3-1 up against Manchester United, playing, it seemed, terribly well, and then finished up sharing the points in a 3-3 draw. So just wonder whether Forest might be able to carve something out for themselves here, to being on the receiving end for so much of the first half. We've been playing 10 minutes in the second. Rice. Webb. And now Barnes. Just sit back and enjoy this. Aldridge. McMahon. This is Darren Wassell. Terry Wilson's made a forward run, and so too has Glover. Spackman. Forward by Ablett, onto Foster's head. Gillespie. Spackman. Back to Gillespie. Only Aldridge forward at the moment. And referee decides that Glover caught Gillespie as he had the shot. So it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. Nickel. And Houghton. Aldridge is in there. So is Beardsley here. Still Beardsley. Good save by Sutton. Beardsley denied after more trickery in the penalty box. Spinning virtually on a sixpence there. Barnes working it to Houghton. Aldridge. Gillespie! Decisive finish. And the move so fast from the corner that all Steve Sutton had done earlier was wiped out in another bewildering piece of Liverpool football. Clough. They might now. Webb. Glover. Offside was given by the linesman on the far side, Dave Orrell of Wigan. Gillespie's tackle. Liverpool need just one goal now to equal their best of the season. They've had several fours, but never more. Here's Wilson. Pearce. Oh, well played. Stuart Pearce again. Crosby coming in from the far side. Glover tries to get there, and Gillespie clears. And just look who kept the ball in there. Peter Beardsley on the far side, even though Ablett couldn't. Glover. Oh, what a good effort that was by Neil Webb. He struck that ever so well. Out of very little, really. McMahon finds Aldridge. Spackman. Offside, surely. Aldridge was going through a finished time by his standards a week or two ago, but he scored, what is it now, 4 goals in these 3 matches against Forest, 2 of them penalties. Glover. Wilson coming through. I think the sportsmanship in the 3 matches between these 2 teams deserves a mention. There's hardly been a bad foul, because both Liverpool and Forest have concentrated first and foremost on playing football. Hansen now. Beardsley. Oh, look at this. Alan Hansen, the captain, from the back, and he was so unselfish. He couldn't quite find Aldridge. Free kick against Houghton, but Hansen, I wonder if a forward in that position would have been tempted to go for goal anyway. Alan Hansen was so aware of Aldridge's position, he decided to lay the ball off. But he played a lovely move with Beardsley first off, and then as Sutton narrowed the angle, he tried to square it. Halfway through the second half, Liverpool 3, Forest 0. was Gillespie's through ball. McMahon had made the run ahead of Foster, who got a foot in at the last moment to repel yet another Liverpool thrust from the middle of the field. Actually, Nigel Spatman played that ball back, and you just begin to think about the competition for places here, because Ronnie Whelan's going to be fit in a couple of weeks, he feels, and Nigel Spatman's got to just keep his own performances up to keep his place. Wassel. Foul. This time it's Nigel Clough penalised for the challenge on Gillespie. Barnes. Beardsley. That's McMahon. This is Aldridge with Wassel. McMahon again. Barnes. And still McMahon involved. Houghton. Neil Webb working hard to try and find a way back for Forest. It's a very good pass again from him, but Grubber would never have had a chance of beating Grobbelaar. Webb certainly coming more into the game. Ablett. Aldridge. Crosby and Barnes. They had quite a contest on Saturday when Barnes kept getting back in front of Ablett to defend against Crosby. On this occasion, it was a foul on the Forest winger. But he's quickly back in the action. Finding Chettle. Webb was outfoxed there by McMahon. Running to his right is Beardsley. Houghton in the middle, so is Aldridge. Pearce on Beardsley, free kick, just outside. It's going to be classed as obstruction by Roger Milford, which means it's indirect. So does Barnes join in this? No, it's Nicol. I think he would have expected to perhaps get his shot on the goal from there. Nice little layoff. Football is so crisp and clean between these two teams because passing is the name of the game for both of them. Ray Houghton finding Nigel Spatman. Barnes against Chettle. Oh, look at Barnes here. They're waiting for the pullback. Beardsley! Oh! A glorious goal again for Liverpool, and the England forwards conspire to produce another marvellous moment. Barnes through the legs of Chettle, past Crosby, pulls it back, and Beardsley drives it unerringly into the corner. You should think when you look back on that fourth goal that Steve Chettle is sick of the sight of John Barnes. He gave away a penalty trying to stop him on Saturday, and there Barnes push the ball through his legs. And that's what everybody likes to see, isn't it? The ball cut back from the goal line for the oncoming forward to get his shot in. And what a good one it was too by Beardsley. Here's Spackman. Barnes. Spackman goes again. Houghton! Was a good chance. Another scintillating move. Nigel Spackman thrusting forward, playing the 1-2 with Barnes. Here's Chettle. Wassell. Barnes to Mulby. Even then Barnes kept possession. Nicol. Houghton. There's always a red shirt to spare, isn't there? Ablett. Beardsley back again to Ablett. It's too long. With just a bit more care, if one dare make that sort of comment when they played so wonderfully well, Liverpool could have run up a very high score here. And we're going to see a second change. Ray Houghton is coming off to give a run to the second Liverpool substitute, number 12, Craig Johnston. Kenny Dalglish giving all 13 a run tonight. And that's a foul by Gillespie. Clough takes it quickly into Webb. Just under 5 minutes to go at Anfield. Liverpool leading Forest by 4-0. But here comes Crosby for Forest. Oh, and Nicol got that away from Clough. Corner. A smile from Grobbelaar, a pat on the back for Nicol. Foster and Chettle are both in there. That was Chettle, that was Foster, but Nicol's there again. He's made now 4 clearances in the last 5 minutes. New ball is called for. Now can Forest just register one last effort? Chettle, Hans Pearce. Here's a shot. Crosby to Webb. Liverpool unbeaten at Anfield in the league now for over a year. Wimbledon, their cup final opponents, were the last team to win here in Division 1. And beaten only twice, of course, in Barclays League matches this season anyway. Aldridge chasing here, came off Foster. Chettle. Well played, Spackman. And Beardsley. And Spackman. And Aldridge! It's 5! And Aldridge is counting up the goals against Forest. Here we go again. Beardsley, Spackman, Aldridge, and nothing Wassell or Pearce could do about it. Couple of minutes from the end, John Aldridge gets his second of the night. Nigel Spackman very influential in the move and unselfish. And Aldridge now has scored 5 in 3 games in this Nottingham Forest Liverpool saga. Webb, it's also Liverpool's best win of the season. And they may go one better yet. Beardsley. Johnston. Aldridge now, of course, is on a hat-trick. His total for the season is 27. And who said they couldn't replace Ian Rush? Scenes of celebration, and richly merited. Clough. To all intents and purposes. Technically they'll be one result away from it after this, but this is a championship performance without a doubt. It's offside against Nigel Clough. Long ball by Jan Molby. Wasn't that well delivered? Except that the linesman on this side was flagging for offside. We're adding on time for stoppages now. And the Liverpool anthem booms out again. But it surely hasn't saluted a more complete side than this. Crosby. Foul. John Barnes on the edge of the area on Gary Crosby in injury time. Webb moves away as the wall forms. Clough and Pearce behind the ball. This is Pearce. But Grobbelaar's clean sheet looks like being protected. Thunderous cheer for another championship performance from Liverpool. John Aldridge scores 2 of the 5 goals. Peter Beardsley excels again. And although Liverpool are not mathematically certain of the championship, that will surely come next week. They've proved tonight they have no peers in the modern First Division. People say, what was the best match you saw during the season? Well, some of us have been lucky enough to see all 3 between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. And Forest take no little credit for the way they played. But tonight they were overrun and outclassed. And Beardsley and Spackman and this exciting Liverpool team seem to be rewriting the record books and proving that there hasn't been a better Liverpool side before them. Certainly many of the fans feel that. And they continue the mood of celebration as they savour the prospect of the double.